Hey YouTube, welcome to part 8 of the CNC upgrade. On this episode I'll be working on the plate that joins the two X-axis motors, and let's get into it. So I drove about an hour yesterday to pick up the piece of metal that I had cut out, which is this guy here. And once I got to the shop where I was picking it up from, I did a quick measure and found that the dimensions were wrong. And I do know what went wrong. There was something went wrong with the software between the export and the import at their end. There was a problem with the export. When I exported as a 3D model, it worked fine. When I exported as a 2D, it wasn't working. So let me just pull this off here and we'll find out just how badly it's out, and to see if I can save that piece of steel. Okay, as you can see, not really all that desirable. I worked out it's about roughly 11% out. Where the 11% come from, I don't know. I just seemed to add it for no particular reason. But my biggest issue, I thought I could possibly maybe trim it off here, recut the hole here, but because it's 11% out, it's going to be 11% out across the diagonals. So these holes aren't going to line up, and not that one being bigger really matters, but that's where the real issue is. I have to drill on the sides of these holes, which will be a real pain in the ass. Plus these dimensions are going to be out as well. So I think probably the easiest thing to do is just spend another $150 and have them make another piece. And so another $150 was spent. Now, as I said in the previous video, I did one end of this, turned it upside down, did the other end. So I didn't have it indexed on the CNC at all. I just basically had a measurement from here to here. When I drew this up, they've obviously cut this in one piece, so I don't know whether it's going to fit. So let's find out. Let's find out if it fits. So far so good. Do the bolt holes line up? Probably going to need to bore out these holes. I made them a little bit undersized just in case I needed to shift the hole. But looking at them, those are nigh on perfect. I just need to make them a little bit bigger to fit these bolts. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I'm going to have to drill those out. Just going to do a quick measure up, see what size holes I've got. 7.4. And the bolts are 7.75, which are an 8mm bolt. Okay, so I'm only slightly undersized. Just quickly whip those out to 8mm. Stepping over stuff here, left, right and centre. Can barely move in here at the moment. doing my verniers. Probably still over there. Okay. So look, what have we got? .7. 7.7. 7.7. Threads are showing a bit bigger, but I have some measuring issues there. Should check how big these back holes are while I'm at it. .8. I've got two in there that have gone straight in. Now, provided these are square, well, that probably shouldn't make too much difference. These should still go reasonably in fairly easily. Clamp in the road there. In the last video I mentioned I was going to flip it around. I think I had it set that way. This is where this is meant to go. You probably have to pinch some bolts. And these guys are going to need to be drilled out too. Have to bear in mind this plate was cut on someone's CNC laser, and this plate was cut on this CNC. Of course the bolt holes are all the same as far as the pattern's concerned, but that doesn't mean there's not a slight difference in the amount that it pushes out. But that is about as good as it gets. As I say, I only drilled the holes out just big enough to clear those bolts. According to these verniers, which I don't think are all at flash. 7.67. And the bolts are 7.7, so theoretically that shouldn't fit. So these verniers are telling porkies, but you can see there is not a lot of slop in that hole. Those holes are pretty much perfect. I'm very happy with that. Took a couple of goes to get the plate right, but once that's the software, I should say, got the pattern right. I don't know what, I'm still at a bit of a loss to work out why exporting it as a 2D format versus a 3D format, it increased the size of the job by 11%, and it appears to be 11% exactly. So I've got no idea why that is. Maybe if somebody knows, they could pop it in the comments as to why 2D SketchUp export's different to 3D SketchUp. I'd be keen to know. Probably will leave that end off. On there. On there. Which hole am I in? The next step will be to work out how long to make the spaces in between this plate and this plate to get the right standoff. That looks pretty good. There will be a piece that comes through here and a bolt that goes here to allow this slight adjustment upwards. That tiny little bit there, probably maybe 4mm, is the difference between loose and tight. So I'm very happy with that. Let's grab the camera and give you a closer look. Okay, as you can see, real estate is kind of tight here at the moment. Once I get this mower up and running, I'll be able to use the remote control to take it outside every time I need to work in here. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. There's our idlers. Bottom one down there. Obviously you can see there it's in at the bottom at the moment, so as that pulls out that'll align up. Now what I need to do is make some spaces for between this plate here and this plate here for those 6 bolts, and that should give me the spacing I need to hold this plate at the right spot. Just for a little bit of clarification, in case it wasn't clear, between these 2 bolts here there'll be a piece of aluminium. I won't be using these like I used on these end bolts to hold the motor off. There'll actually be a piece of aluminium that will sit between those 2 pieces. Same on this side and the same at the top here. So that should lock that in nice and tight.